I had a therapist tell me once that you're not doing too much, you're not thinking too much. What you're saying and what you're experiencing is real, and you just need to talk it out. You just need to have the space to be able to ideate and work through it out loud, even if the person that you're talking to is not me. You just need somebody there to be able to hear you and verify that the things that you are working through are real. But you don't necessarily need somebody to hold your hand on this process. And that's always been kind of the deal with me. I don't always need somebody to come along and say, oh, well, what you're experiencing or what you're dealing with or whatever is real. Sometimes I just need to sit and talk through whatever it is. And it helps me to dump my brain. It helps me to jumpstart what I thought was where I was going with this, or what I internalized what was happening to me, what I was experiencing, versus saying it out loud kind of gives it more and less power. Because now the thing that was so big in your brain is right in front of you, and you looking at it like, huh, okay. So now I just need to work through this. Now I just need to talk through this. Versus before when it was allegedly so insurmountable that there was no way to cut through it. So that helped me, but also frustrated me because I finally had somebody that understood that dynamic of me just needing to talk. And something that I've always ran into with friends, partners, even family members, how me and my mom spoke to each other, is I just need to talk through it. And I don't necessarily need a fix. I just need to talk through it. And sometimes people don't know what to do with you if they can't fix the thing, if they can't lend some sort of manpower to whatever it is that you're experiencing. So it's easier for them to go, I can't fix it, so I can't fix you. And then sometimes it becomes more nefarious. Well, I don't have time to deal with you. I don't want to have to deal with you because I can't approach it my way. So one of us is wrong and it's not me. So I'm going to make you feel bad for you just needing to talk. And this goes beyond needing to talk in the way of attempting to pass blame or try to get down to the root of a thing with a dialogue. This honestly is a monologue that you just happen to be a part of. You are watching the vagina monologues. You are watching a young Whoopi Goldberg act out this 4-part play as this one woman. That's what you're experiencing right now. And instead of you trying to get up on the stage and now, Whoopi, here's the problem, girl. You bought a ticket and your job is to sit there and not interrupt, not tell that person who created this thing and is navigating this thing what they need to do next. Especially if you are somebody who hasn't experienced what that person is experiencing in that moment, and instead you just trying to throw platitudes at them. So it was frustrating to hear that from my therapist, but it also explained a lot. And she did it in a way to almost block or cut off the direction that she knew I was going next once I heard those words. She attempted to lean into there's nothing wrong with that. You're not broken because it's what you are experiencing in this moment. You just sometimes just need somebody be to bear witness to it. You just need somebody that hears you and isn't going to interrupt the process of you processing. And there's a fine line, granted. of you trauma dumping on somebody because you just up and decide that you need to talk with them, not even at them, and especially not to them. You're just talking with them. You're talking in their general vicinity. You're not talking to them. But that can teeter into trauma dumping if you're not careful, especially if you don't ask permission. If you don't ask people, yo, do you have room? Do you have this? Do you have that? That's really important because you don't want to be that person that comes along and I got to break your day with mine. I don't, you don't need to be that person. My cousin and I have a thing where if one of us is dealing with something and we have made a point to say, I do not want advice here. I'm not even venting. I'm processing. I'm trying to work this out through every chasm and hole in that this argument is and every fold of my brain. I'm trying to process. So I don't need any input. So can I just talk even if and when it doesn't make sense? And we would give each other, one, we would ask if the other had the room, and then two, we would set those parameters. Is this, when you get to a certain spot and you get stuck, is there a moment when you need encouragement? Is that a moment when you need advice? Is that a moment where I just got to kind of watch you and just keep my eye on you, but you good, but I just got to keep my eye on you for a little bit? Is it that? Like, how do we navigate when you get to a stuck space or you get to a place where you don't have the words, the tears start falling, you become nonverbal, and it's just guttural noises coming out of you? When, what's your safe word? When is it that I'm supposed to, potentially come in to go, all right, we need to get you back to safe ground? Or, and, it's not a or, it's an and. How do I best support you in this moment during this time frame? And that took a lot of bravery for both of us to figure out that's what we needed. And that's been something that we've carried with each other for the better half of 10 years, probably even longer than that. And I have done that with other people to go, I just need to talk about this. I just need to air my brain out. And sometimes I'll ask for advice. Sometimes I'll, hey, what do y'all think? Especially if it's something creative. If something is just in my brain, I just need to get it out. And I talk to my creative family, my creative friends, and hey, advice needed. Or if I'm figuring something out spiritually, if I'm metaphysically, if I'm navigating something, if I am attempting to leap through something, to break another norm, to break another curse, to decide that, you know what, how I was living over here don't work, so I need to go over here. But how are we gonna get from there to here? And because I've been so used to being over here, and over here is comfortable, but I also hate it. But then how do I get over there because it's also alluring, but I'm terrified? How do I navigate the middle? And sometimes that's the whole conversation, is what you just saw just now of me. Which way do I go? And sometimes in those moments you don't need somebody to go that way. Okay. And if you're somebody who is a people pleaser, or you are a recovering people pleaser, somebody who is still navigating what it feels like to say, no, I don't like that. That's not the way I want it. It's not actually what I wanted. Now we have to deal with that too. So if you are trying to express yourself and acknowledge, no, I don't need directions in both the physical and metaphorical way. I need literal and metaphorical way. I need witness. I need witness. And we ain't got to talk about it after this. We do not have to decide that this is enough. We can just go with the flow and decide that, yep, this is what we're doing. So it was interesting to be introduced to the idea of someone bearing witness to me while also acknowledging that what I was doing was processing while asking to be witnessed, asking to be seen. And I'm seen from afar. You don't have to touch me, you don't have to approach me. But if I get to that impasse, if I get to that cross in the road, that fork in the road, if I get to that crossroads, are you going to be able to step in? Do I give you permission to step in? Can we navigate this together, or is this something that you're kind of allowed to just be a passenger of? Be a literal passenger princess in that regard. So, being bared witness is a beautiful, confounding thing. And I do wish it on people that are processors, are people that just need to talk through something just to get their brain to unwind itself around the problem. The magic words are the words, are what is being said. Even if I gotta, no. What do I do? What about if I do it? Okay, hold on. Hold on. All right, let me. Okay, if you're that person, I see you because I am you. I acknowledge you because I am you. And I witness you because I am you. So keep talking. Keep talking.